Hi everyone, Sandra Duran Wilson here, and welcome to this week's Mixed Media Soul Sparks. Every week I bring you some new tips and ideas for jumpstarting your creativity. And this week I have some interesting materials for you. It may look kind of like a junk heap here, and in a way it is. So rather than putting my packaging materials into the recycle bin, even envelopes, I'm going to show you some great ways to, jumpstart these backgrounds. The first thing I want to share with you is how to work with these materials. Now, obviously, these are not archival papers, they're just, packaging. So I have gessoed the surfaces, both sides. This one is gessoed on both sides. This is my paper. Envelope I haven't done anything to yet. And this one I have gessoed just this side, but not completely. I kind of like having that both the brown and the white. Now, if you're concerned about this paper deteriorating, which to me, that's part of the beauty of using these repurposed materials. One of my favorite artists is Rauschenberg, and he was not concerned with the archival part of his art. In fact, he would throw in all kinds of stuff, from screen doors to stuffed roosters to, hammering a door onto something else. So he didn't have that concern. Now, museum curators now are going crazy trying to preserve his work, but to me, it's the idea of the creativity. What is inspiring you? And for me, the inspiration is using up these materials rather than throwing them away or ending up in a recycling bin. So part of that is that they're going to kind of degrade over time. However, if you're concerned about that, this is a product, Make It Acid Free. This is pretty old, but I think it's still around. This is Krylon. If they don't have it, another company has. It's a pH neutralizer, and it's a spray. And you're going to spray the cardboard so that it doesn't break apart. And you want to follow the directions on the can to do that prior to putting the gesso on. I still recommend putting the gesso on because that's going to help hold it together. Now, you can use white gesso, you can use colored gessos. Of course, some of the papers, if like this thin paper, when you gesso it, it's probably going to want to buckle up. But these packaging, this is like the crackers. I have toothpaste boxes are really good. This is from my sandpaper container. Here's the rest of it. I kind of like these shapes. So sometimes I'll pick these materials because of the shapes that they have, the boxes. Now I think this could make a really nice composition, a large piece, and if I painted these different colors and then started to layer them, that could be rather interesting. I'm going to pull a piece in here that I started playing around with, and then I'll show you some smaller pieces and ideas. Grab this. Okay. Let's see if we can see all of this. I might move it this way. So here I've got, that's part of the cracker. This is from toothpaste container, just different pieces. This was a paper from something, I think fruit came wrapped in it, but it's a nice perfect circle. And what I did is I started looking at composition and how I might layer these. And I just started to cut up the little pieces of the corrugated cardboard. Here's a plastic disc from a CD. And once I get to the place where I like this, I can begin to glue this down. I might use a white glue, or for some of these heavier papers, I'll probably use a gel. This is on just a Canson mixed media paper, which might tend to buckle. I don't think it's quite heavy enough for all of these pieces of paper. So I think what I'll probably do is end up mounting this either onto a stretched canvas or onto a panel. And I might kind of bring some of these pieces up. I could put another little piece of cardboard underneath, cut it to size to raise it up. Lots of different ideas of how to incorporate this. Another idea is to use like different colored electrical tape to actually tape things down. Really, you want to be able to tell the story of what is this piece. The piece is about all of this trash that's gathered, and you're cutting it up and you're making it into something beautiful. This was from I don't know, I think it had ribbon on it. It was really thick, and I just cut it in half. I could bring it up this way. You could see how raised up it would give a three-dimensional effect. And even if I did something like this just with the paper, I might want to put it inside of a shadow box frame because it's still going to be fragile, so you need to protect it. I might finish that one and put it inside the frame. I want to just show you something a little simpler. So let's just use this as a background. I've got some of my sandpaper, my used sandpaper. Here's a piece of the corrugated cardboard that I had painted dark, and then I actually gold leafed it. So I love this kind of juxtaposition of something as low end as the cardboard and high end as the gold. Then I took another piece and I gessoed it with black gesso. So I start to look at these pieces. How might they come together? Maybe this will go underneath here. And even these little marks on the sandpaper, or perhaps one over here. And then I took another piece, this was the top of the tissues, painted it black, came back in with this little Krylon gold leaf pen and made some dots on there. Could be something that simple. I could come in here and easily use a book binding needle. This one has a big piece of string in it. I could incorporate that because it's very easy to stitch into the cardboard. There's a leftover tea bag that might get put into there. So these simple materials can really jumpstart your imagination for composition and bringing in different textures. I'm going to finish this one, hopefully that other one, and I will make some notes about what I did. And I look forward to seeing what you come up with and just using your leftovers and leftover sandpaper, boxes, whatever materials you might find. So thanks for joining me this week, and please post your work on the Awakening Community Facebook page. Take a look at my new website that Faso, Fine Art Studio Online, designed for me. And if you're in need of a website, I highly recommend them to create a template-based website that's easy to use. So go gather up your packaging materials, and I'll see you next week. Join the Creative Awakening community on Facebook, where you'll be able to post your art, connect with other creatives around the world, and ask questions. Use the hashtag #MixedMediaSoulSparks when posting your work on social media. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next week.